What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Justin Totino, and welcome to Control by Remedy Games, or Remedy Entertainment. I don't recall, but anywho, I love Remedy so much ever since the first Max Payne game. Max Payne 2, Alan Wake, so good. I just finished Quantum Break yesterday, or the day before. I tried streaming it, but it didn't work out so well, so I deleted all the footage. But now their new title, Control, has come out. And we have the PS4 pre-order version, so we've got a couple of extra goodies that we're going to find in-game once we get there. A couple of modifiers and a costume, I believe. I have not looked into this game at all. All I know is I heard it was a Remedy game. I said, I'm in. And I went for it. So let us begin Control. Oh, well, look at that. It's all the stuff I just did anyway.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different. For each of us, it can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. Safe in that room. time, something crawls out from behind the poster. Freak out. And try to forget what they saw. I'm here.
Triss's name, but she is in Quantum Break. She's the one that played Beth Wilder. 2. Quantum Break. That actor, who I'm sure we'll see again soon, is, I believe his name is James McCaffrey? Or is that the voice actor's name, or is that the other actor's name? Point is, he's the voice of Max Payne for all 3 games, the 2 Remedy games and Rockstar's 3rd game. Square. Oh, hold. Correspondence. Prohibited items reminder. Reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issue reminder on the prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2, pencils. Number 2, pencils. Any objects considered iconic representation of an archetypal concept like rubber ducks and ketchup bottles. That's weird. Those last 2 things are weird. I understand everything from the above. But a number 2 pencil or any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept. Archetypical, sorry. Oh, wait, no, there's no C. Archetypal, whatever. Rubber ducks and ketchup bottles. All materials under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. That's so strange. Oh. Okay. No, okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. So like in Quantum Break, the harder you push, the faster they run. Well, that's like most games, really. But, oh boy, why? Okay. So I guess this is some weird, like, dystopian future. Research and records. Expenditure summary. Executive Sector Q2. Major. Staffing surveillance redacted. Data Center Initiative construction redacted. Minor. Office equipment janitorial costs redacted. Mold removal. High quality. HQ livability costs. High quality. Wow. Headquarters. For costs, breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams. Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Security order. Federal Bureau of Control. Attention all redacted. Redacted. A shark in his redacted. Although secure redacted. Permission to redacted. Following basic protocol redacted. Shoot to kill redacted. Good luck. Oh boy. Okay. R4 reports reminder. Hello, as you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filling an R4, then you'll need to get a written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. Okay.
Hello? Hey, excuse me?
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said,
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Oh man, I don't know anything about this game, so I'm gonna go through the list. Remedy has made, oh boy, common thread between all their games is narration. So far, Max Payne 1 and 2 were action crime dramas that along with the Matrix, sort of popularized the bullet time idea. Alan Wake is a psychological action thriller about a writer looking for his wife from supernatural forces that may or may not be real. Quantum Break was a science fiction action game where it's all action, of course. because they all involve guns. But Quantum Break was an action game, and now Control. I don't know. From the little bits of gameplay I did see, it does look more like a sci-fi again because I I see her like flying around shooting guys using like telekinesis to like move things and like she reshape the world in different ways. So it seems a little sci-fi-ish to me, but I'm getting a weird horror vibe also from the atmosphere around here. And now with this janitor guy, he responded to her narration. Anyway, I'm intrigued already. I've not been disappointed by a Remedy game yet. It seems like exact match of the part of the building we were previously in. Whoa, wait a second, what? Oh, whoa. Oh, music's changing. Welcome to the oldest house. Proceed deeper into the beer. Ooh. Was this here before? I didn't notice this. Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How did you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redact it immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Oh boy. Why does that sound happen every time we cross over the desk? Okay, weird. I like it. Let's go.
Cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help? Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Control reminder referencing drafting any public facing material while penning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE. Please adhere to the following guidelines. Word phrases to use. In the service of his/her country, regret, proud, pride will be remembered. Word/phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. There's so many portraits of Max Payne around. Multiple building shifts. Detective is what it said. Detected. Non-official. Trench. Do not disturb. Barbara. I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. For the rest of the week, I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Okay. Let's see what it says again. Oh no. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override. HRA protocol activated. Multiple building shifts. And then in the opening intro there was a blueprint that looks like a building blueprint, but it shifted around and
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
oh, there's some weird visual thing going on, like, hey, go, whoa. Is there anything else?
Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
Oh. That's whatever this is cool.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place.
Challenge. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm wondering why it's doing like double words, like concept, tattoo are meaning the same thing. Prison / home are meaning the same thing. So it does the word / word. Oh, there's our ever consistent message saying my Wi-Fi sucks. I really need to get an Ethernet cable.
The same gun.
Trophy earned. Choose to be chosen. Okay.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
The service weapon, capital S, capital W, regenerates ammo when not in use. That's interesting. So no reload mechanic. Unless there's also a manual reload.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Nope. Not safe. Oh man, definitely horror vibes from this one. Sci-fi horror, some weird. Oh boy.
You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen.
Oh.
You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen.
Jumping between live action and in
You
game.
stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror. Get the fuck away!
Oh boy. Hiss Guard. Director Trench. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted security guard confidential. Summary. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use standard issue bullpup rifles that they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding the result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited for? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat. These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that the corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file redacted for full report. What? Oh, service weapon. Service weapon, OOP1-KE, containment procedure, no unique procedures required. Description and para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by redacted, though their criteria is unknown. Acquisition date 1964. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis redacted. Many forms throughout history redacted. Mjolnir, Excalibur. Oh boy. Varnastra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If the objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconsciousness, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1. The extra space in between the two ones threw me off. For more details. Multimedia.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you're it. Lose, and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, head of research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Oh. Personal mod, 2 out of 24. Astral Health Boost rare. Energy Boost common. Now here we go. Astral Health Boost. This was part of the pre-order or PlayStation exclusive DLC. So we're going to go ahead and equip that. Weapon mod. We have a rare one here. Level 1 grip. Grip is reliable with semi-automatic fire, deadly shooting. Okay. Equip that too. We're supposed to have a costume as well. It was not part of the install when I put in the code for all the DLC, so I'm wondering where it is. But anyway. Oh, this is different. This is the long hallway before that led to the elevator.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
It's her face. It's now her face in the director's office. Now she is the director. The chosen one. Oh boy.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Executive meeting minutes. Agenda items for the next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on the mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers ready for you at the lobby reception. She is turning 46. Okay. It's going to be important later. It's an important clue. For sure. I know you want me to press you. I'll get to you later. Oh boy. Maybe I'll get to you now. Federal Bureau of Control for Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things, or do you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit? Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, and the next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Oh. Unrefined reading. You do not have that clearance level. What? Oh man.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Oh man.
That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Oh, I think there would be some copyrighted music here, but we're not hearing it because I disabled it because of the stream. That's also something I really like that Remedy has been doing. They did it with Quantum Break as well. You could disable copyrighted music, so it's more friendly to streamers. Urban legends. Ooh. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Pardon me. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can be even be artificially redacted in popular culture using Redacted, our bureau-made anthology television program. Oh boy. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that can only occur on Redacted. A pair of scissors that consume human redacted through 2 punctures on the redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-6942 for the full report.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow, this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
That works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot. Ah. I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Okay. Control points. Examination of paranatural topics. Control points. Summary. Control points are located... Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around a control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them the nerve junctions or redacted, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that the control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. What is going on? Why does she just accept her role as the new director? Like, you're the new director. What does that mean? What are you talking about? Did it work?
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Trophy earned. Welcome to the old house.
Look, I know this is all new.
Oldest house.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
Well,
The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house.
What is it?
Building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. Yeah, you've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the pure utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Got it. Thanks.
I don't even think I got it, to be honest.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Not sure where to, like... I want to, like... Oh, I think this is the way to go. Communicate, yeah. So we're going to avoid that direction first. Can't talk to anyone else? No? Why does it say I could still do this? Oh! Oh, outfits. Fast travel? Oh, here we go. Astral dive suit. Holy shit. Yeah, this is the PS4 exclusive suit that was part of the DLC. Hey, that's cool. Fitting look for the new director. Probably. Weird. A jukebox. A jukebox in a prison cell. Okay. Guess this is the only way to go, unless I go up the stairs. Let's find out. Oh, wait, what's over here? I'm the director. Shouldn't I have access to, like, pretty much everywhere? Come on. Materials. Conceptual material, undefined reading. Conceptual material, house memory. Clearance level. You do not have a clearance level. Okay. Okay. Nothing to pick up anywhere? Ah. Shifted bathroom complaint. Oh. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least figure out where it went. That would be pretty terrible. Yeah, I have a feeling that plays just like some of the game's soundtrack that we've disabled. Technological restrictions. Technological limitations of the oldest house. Pardon me, gosh. Why am I so tired? The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signal in the oldest house. Even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be certain that the pieces of technology that are too new in the cultural redacted for the oldest house to redacted them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become replaceables for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redact to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pocket while entering the oldest house. Wow. Okay. The body's gone. No comment on that? No comment on why the body's gone? It's kind of weird. And we're back to being in a hall. Oh, no, we're not. Shit. Okay, let's just go where we need to at this point. I think we've explored everything.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
This is so weird and creepy. Travel costs. Week 83 report. Oh my goodness. Visited the following Nevada accommodation: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Expenditures: accommodation $831.90, blah, blah, blah. Meals, gas, minibar with an asterisk. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power for power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. I do wonder if a motel called Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I'm not paid to think. And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. So, there's the very ominous looking area over there. Or there's the noisy, ominous looking area over here. Well, here we go. Aha. I knew one of these bathrooms would have something. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart. Green is stable. Yellow, low possibility of unanticipated building shifts. Orange, high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts. Red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Just listen to that. Oh boy. Oh, dead letters. Oh, this is where we're supposed to go. Oh my god, look at this. Architecture's beautiful. Oh, boy. Shit.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
So floppy disks are an object of power. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God, but not the God you know, or the ones that anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator, and the coils from my toaster, and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine, and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Interesting. Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as a way to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from the other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw on these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching or planning? Refer to the file redacted for the full report. Oh boy. Hey. Uh-oh. I thought this was the area we came from. How do we get up there? There's something there. Well, I certainly hope we're going to get like some sort of double jump or flying power, because there's something up there. Okay, let's go explore this creepy room here. Or not. Okay, just wanted to confirm that it's a horrifying demon place, and it doesn't want us to go there. Trench, dead letter approval. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is a perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but some of the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. Singing fish. Mr. Governor. I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem, and you got to send folks to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls, but it's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says a lot of cuss words. The devil got in my house 'cause of the fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Okay. dead presidents to whom it may concern. I am being contacted by past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower. I didn't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Okay. Lots of things could be exploded in this game, I guess. Book Club. Penny. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get the reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Good for you, Penny.
We'll find your mama together.
God fucking damn it, Remedy. Weird, creepy TV shows all the time. In Night Springs. Or the ever-famous Address Unknown. I see him in the mirror. His name is John Mira. He is me, but I'm not him. He killed my girlfriend. John Mira. I forgot there was a sprint button. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, let's just go.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Mm-hmm. Certainly hope so. Okay. Personal mod, energy recovery. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know why it says max occupancy 6 people. You could fit like 20 people in this room. Maybe more. Book club. Samson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around, almost like a catchphrase, got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech, and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns, space hippies, or the bad-ass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. The scene where they invade the city planet and convert the entire population using those brain worms, and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. 215. Unless you... Am I reading that right? Is it unless you? Yeah. I wonder, he says they kept throwing it around like a catchphrase, but it's a fairly common, you could say unless you, like, unless you want to do something else, so I wonder if that's what it means by that. That's kind of funny, if it does. Okay, so we've got 2 directions to go. One is a wall that screams at us, and the other is an ominous dark room. Okay, dark room it is.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
I was wondering if there's a crouch button.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
I like how thingamathing was one of their words. Trophy earned. Paranatural powerhouse.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me. Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Tomasi Willow Awe outcome. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack in the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because of their ecosystems being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to redacted So, another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. Oh, pardon me. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted, and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. Floppy disk OOP5-KE must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing a Soviet-era nuclear launch code. When bound, the object allows paranautilarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation. The object is currently bound to redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in redacted by agents redacted with the CIA, the diskette contains launch codes to redacted missiles believed to be reserved for the use against redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team, and informing the CIA tip bureau off, and was requisitioned by agents the next day. 1974, 1964, 10 years later. Oops. My goodness. Demolition expert. Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosions and dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets of engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variant to wield specially built rocket-propelled grenades that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that Hiss restrict usage in its weapons to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to redacted for the full report. Hiss Ranger. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as advanced tactics taught by Bureau. My god, I think I've yawned in this video more than any other playthrough I've ever done. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by the Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond being protected by the shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Consider the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying the situations feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree. Is it feasible to consider? Or is the Hiss able to tap into the combat training and utilize it? Further observation required. My goodness. And what is all this extra stuff? What are these, like, 5,000 things that I have? Even these boxes I keep opening. I keep getting undefined material and undefined reading and house memories.
Maybe there's a key nearby.
Oh, now we can start opening doors. Hey, here's a key.
This must open the door.
Okay, was that supposed to be like a mini jump scare? Ooh. Claim control point. Another key. Oh my gosh, wow. I think I'm starting to daze off. Okay, we have the key. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh,
We can fly now.
Tomasi, it's a
Great.
boss. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I deserve that. Okay. Oof. It's like a boss fight or something. Let's just go. Hey, no, I killed you. Get back here.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Yeah, me too.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Mm-hmm. Nothing else to pick up around here? Hotline chamber. To the right over there. Aha! Tea time. Tea time's at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you on Sunday, Jim. Okay. Hiss elevated. The Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau utilitarians. Some refer to charge their targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except for their own paranatural abilities. Some Hiss elevated have been levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely a result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? It's possible these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural abilities in individuals and corrupts. Good to know. Hotline chamber. Where's it coming from?
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
Okay. Data breach. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion of unauthorized users after thorough trophy earned. Strange collection. After thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses following confirmed identities of these users. Names. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action pending. So these are the cubicles. So weird. Weird looking. But other than that, nothing in the room? Is that right? Seems so. Lockdown distinctions. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting the use of the sector elevator, effectively locking all staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directional override in maintenance once the director is satisfied with the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by code red containment breach, based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. Jesus Christ. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, the high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. I honestly don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? What's going on here? Oh. Okay. I guess we'll come back later. So where am I supposed to get the... Okay, this is where the guy escaped from.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds that an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Okay. But, summary. Altered World Event number 17. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butt, where Bureau agents discovered translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled a light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, redacted days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. Light switch cord in the Butt home. The light switch cord in the Butt home's closet disappeared during the incident. Is it Butt or Butte? I'm going to say Butt because it's funnier. Butte. Sounds worse.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms. The hiss got him.
Clearly.
The hotline can't be far now.
Can't be, but we'll see. Well, it's ringing. Ooh, hotline chamber. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. Director, custodian. Director, custodian. Director, custodian. Carol Bishop, custodian.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the Black Pyramid.
Smart. Very intelligent. Justin, good job. Ugh, really? Oh, good. I was like, really? We gotta fucking fight this guy again? Okay, let's just go. Huh. The Boutte supplement. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butt home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-1. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and other locals of Butt have been attributed to the light switch cord. Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butt home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypothesis center on the Butt AWE as a redacted see Darling presentation. Stand here.
Oh, have we been here before?
Okay. Scared the shit out of me,
No.
but okay.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
So was it because I turned the camera around or because I clicked it 3 times? Inverted black pyramid.
Hello? Anyone here?
Oh boy.
key has a black pyramid on it.
Okay, 3 times it is, I guess. Okay, I'm not sure I understand what to do there. Shooting it doesn't work, throwing things at it didn't work. Walking up to it eventually kills you. I guess I just have to avoid them.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an
echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Okay.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Hotline. Objects should be inaccessible for use except to the director. First found in 1965, 1 year after the gun. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob for unknown purposes. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted, we assume, board. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Darling presentation for more information. Object is currently bound to Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifests in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. The battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. Oh boy. Okay, one thing at a time.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. but I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline. A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmoor hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
Sorry about that.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel, the key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins.
I wonder if that was a Max Payne reference.
This could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me.
The worst winter storm in history.
A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Well, that was all a bunch of interesting weirdness, I suppose. Let's get back to Emily. Of course. All that lag is very odd. That stuttering when there's a lot going on. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with later in the game. Oh my god. God damn it. I think that was a grenade. Okay. A moving target is harder to hit. Keep moving to avoid enemy fire and sustain less damage. That's easy. easy enough. See how the fast travel works. Okay, loading screen. While the Hiss invasion is the imminent threat, it is not the only danger in the oldest house.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry. You made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Lots more
Of course.
stuff around here. More
I got the hotline.
Papers
I can make
and
out what
stuff.
Judge is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
That's a big... What is that? It's like a... It's like a generator inside a... Trophy earned. Unknown caller. Directorial override. Upgrade and unlock new abilities from the nearest control point. Initial impressions. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Noticeably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses inherent immunity to the hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to those of the other hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She was able to cleanse material and organisms of the hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a hiss-corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seemed to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the hiss. More work to be done.
Hi, Jesse.
New questions? Nope.
Thanks, Emily.
All the same.
I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Okay, well. Directorial...
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
No, I don't. Unless it's copyrighted music.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
I heard the hiss attack the power plant. Brings up a lot of new questions. Are they communicating? Coordinating?
I hear it, yeah.
What about the plant attracted them?
The power plant is largely confidential. No use guessing the hiss's motives if we don't even know what kind of energy it uses.
What do you mean? It has to be a fusion reactor. There's no other way to create that kind of energy output, right?
Okay. Oh, here we go. Abilities. Health. Energy. Melee. Launch. Definitely health, always. Oh, trophy earned. Para-utilitarian. Cost 3 points. Astral constructs, weapon forms, and models. Construct shatter. Shatter has the high power. Shatter has high stopping power with a scatter shot that devastates grouped enemies at close range. You need 5,000 resource, 8 undefined reading, and 4 house memories. Mods. Upgrade to enable higher tier mods. Need 1 threshold remnant. Okay. Well, I only have the 1 mod spot and it's with rare items. So let's do this one. Trophy earned. Astral construction. New weapon form constructed. Board countermeasures. Survival tactics. Kill your enemies without dying. Strategic target. Hiss guards. Let's see, these are just like challenges, I guess. Kill enemies using melee. Using grip, kill enemies with headshots. You can only accept 3 at a time. Kill enemies without dying, 50. Kill 25. Regular guards. Kill using melee. Okay. Oh, I still have 2 more points. Might as well do 1 of each then. Oh, additional weapon form slot. A.
Pope has asked us to document the hissing incantation, as she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
Don't know how to use that secondary weapon slot, but I guess we'll find out. But in the meantime, that seems like a pretty good place to take a break. Especially since I keep yawning so much, and it's sort of like walking into walls, nodding out. So, we will come back and continue this game, Control, as soon as we can. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. It has been very fun. We get some weird lag on occasion, but that's okay. I'm sure, hopefully it doesn't get too much as the game progresses. And if it does, hopefully they put a patch for it very soon. But once again, Remedy making such a good game because it's so weird and nothing's explained. And now, hopefully things get resolved by the end of it, so we have a clear understanding of what's going on. Oh, but it's very good. It's very fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, that seems like a pretty good place to take a break. We will investigate the singing, which I'm pretty sure is the janitor from earlier. And we'll start to clear up, unlock some more of the building. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. If you wait just a few seconds, you could click on the link to go to the next video in the series, if it's available. If not, you could click another playlist to see the other games I've gone through on my channel. If you want to, you don't have to. I don't mind either way. But in the meantime, thank you so much again. I'll see you in a little bit.